The story of Jesus Christ's trial and crucifixion has been told for centuries. But what if we could see it from the perspective of the very man who orchestrated it? What if Caiaphas, the high priest of Jerusalem, left behind a secret testimony, one that reveals the chilling details of what he experienced after condemning Jesus? We are about to uncover something truly astonishing. Caiaphas, the man who led the charge against Jesus, reportedly had terrifying visions after the crucifixion. His last testament, a document that has surfaced after centuries, gives us a rare look into his mind. Was he haunted by guilt? Did he see something supernatural? And could this change everything we know about the events surrounding Jesus' death and resurrection? But before we dive into this eye-opening revelation, please subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us bring you incredible stories like this, and we wouldn't want you to miss out on what's coming next. Now, let's begin. Pontius Pilate, the Roman governor of Judea, initially tried to avoid condemning Jesus. He understood that Jesus was innocent and even offered to release him as part of the Passover amnesty tradition. However, the crowd, heavily influenced by the Jewish leaders, demanded his crucifixion. Pilate, fearing a riot and wanting to maintain order, reluctantly gave in. Matthew chapter 27, verse 24 tells us, "When Pilate saw that he was getting nowhere, but that instead an uproar was starting, he took water and washed his hands in front of the crowd. 'I am innocent of this man's blood,' he said. 'It is your responsibility.'" Jesus was flogged, mocked, and led to be crucified, the most humiliating and excruciating form of execution the Romans reserved for the worst criminals and insurrectionists. But strangely, the very instrument of his death became the symbol of Christianity. The crucifixion of Jesus is the central event of the Christian faith, symbolizing his sacrifice for humanity's sins and his resurrection as proof of his divine nature. But what about those who condemned him? For Caiaphas, the Jewish high priest who played a pivotal role in Jesus' trial, it was supposed to be a political move, eliminating a threat to maintain peace. He believed that having Jesus executed would prevent an uprising that could bring devastating consequences from the Romans. John chapter 11, verse 50 records his chilling statement, "You do not realize that it is better for you that one man die for the people than that the whole nation perish." But what if Caiaphas later regretted his actions? What if his conscience haunted him to the point that he left behind a testimony detailing what he saw after Jesus' death? For years, historians and theologians viewed Caiaphas as a villain, the man who orchestrated Jesus' death. But then came a discovery that shook both religious and academic communities: the supposed last testament of Caiaphas. This document, if authentic, reveals that the high priest experienced terrifying visions after Jesus' crucifixion. According to the testament, Caiaphas was tormented by horrific dreams and supernatural occurrences. He claimed to have seen Jesus alive, shining with an unearthly light, rebuking him for his betrayal. The visions were so terrifying that Caiaphas could not sleep. He reportedly cried out in the night, trembling with fear. Scholars who examined the document were divided. Some believed that Caiaphas was experiencing immense guilt, and his subconscious was manifesting these terrifying dreams. Others suggested that these were genuine supernatural encounters, proof that even the man who condemned Jesus could not escape the truth of his resurrection. This aligns with what the Gospel of Matthew records about the supernatural events following Jesus' death. In Matthew chapter 27, verse 51 to 53, we read, "At that moment the curtain of the temple was torn in two from top to bottom. The earth shook, the rocks split, and the tombs broke open. The bodies of many holy people who had died were raised to life. They came out of the tombs after Jesus' resurrection and went into the holy city and appeared to many people. Could it be that Caiaphas himself witnessed these events and realized he had made a grave mistake? The revelation of Caiaphas' last testament sent shockwaves through both religious and academic circles. Some saw it as a groundbreaking discovery, a rare glimpse into the mind of one of history's most infamous figures. Others were skeptical, questioning the document's authenticity. Theologians debated the implications of the testament. Some believed it was a divine warning, proving that Caiaphas was haunted by the truth. Others argued that it was a fabricated text designed to paint Caiaphas in a more sympathetic light. Meanwhile, the public was equally divided. Some saw the testament as confirmation of their faith, believing it proved Jesus' resurrection beyond doubt. Others viewed it as a challenge, wondering if it changed the narrative of early Christianity. Media outlets sensationalized the story, with headlines claiming a religious revolution was at hand. Social media was flooded with debates, theories, and speculation. Some dismissed it as a hoax, while others embraced it as an incredible revelation. As if the testament wasn't shocking enough, another major discovery further confirmed Caiaphas' existence. In the 1990s, during an excavation near Jerusalem, workers stumbled upon an ancient burial site. Archaeologists quickly arrived at the scene, and what they found was astonishing. 12 limestone bone boxes, or ossuaries, from the 1st century CE. One of these ossuaries stood out. It was more elaborate than the others, decorated with intricate floral and geometric patterns, and most importantly, it bore an inscription: Yosef bar Caiaphas, Joseph, son of Caiaphas. This was the very man who condemned Jesus. For many, this discovery bridged the gap between the biblical account and archaeology, proving that Caiaphas was a real historical figure. It was a chilling reminder that the events of the Gospels were not mere stories. They were deeply rooted in history. The Caiaphas ossuary is now housed in the Israel Museum in Jerusalem, serving as a tangible connection to one of history's most pivotal figures. So, what does all of this mean? Does Caiaphas' last testament change the way we view Jesus' crucifixion? Does it prove that even his enemies could not deny his resurrection? For Christians, this discovery reinforces the power of Jesus' sacrifice. Even the man who condemned him could not escape the truth. It reminds us of what Philippians chapter 2, verse 10 to 11 declares, that at the name of Jesus, every knee should bow, in heaven and on earth and under the earth, and every tongue acknowledge that Jesus Christ is Lord, to the glory of God the Father. For skeptics, the Testament serves as a fascinating historical mystery. Whether or not Caiaphas truly experienced these visions, his story remains a powerful testimony of the weight of conscience and the undeniable impact of Jesus' life, death, and resurrection. So, what do you think? Was Caiaphas truly haunted by his decision? Did he see something supernatural? Or was it just the guilt eating him alive? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget, like, share, and subscribe for more eye-opening stories. Click on the next video on your screen. You won't want to miss it.